I don't want to step on no broken glass, cut my toes and nothing.
No. Yeah, your toes.
Let me pull down the bedspread here, and we'll get in bed. There. What is that pile of chicken feathers at the head of the bed there? What is that?
Oh, that. Well, that's my pillow. Yeah, the casing done split open on me a couple of weeks ago. Don't sneeze on it there. It'll look like a snowstorm in here.
Yeah, look at this torn sheet you got here. And look here. The stuffing is coming out of the mattress. And I see oysters that had better beds than this.
Oh, stop complaining, will you, Kingfish? Now, here's your share of the feathers. Get to sleep.
Yeah, okay. Turn out the light, Andy.
Good night, Kingfish.
Nighty-night, Andy, old pal. You're really ripping it off there. This is like sleeping next to a hog with the sinus trouble. Well, I guess he's dead to the world. I can get up now and find that loose floorboard and start snooping around for that lucky buck. Well, I guess it ought to be over here someplace. I think I done found the board.
Kingfish, is that you over there?
Oh, yes, Andy. Yeah, just standing up here, shaking the wrinkles out of my suit here. Don't worry about nothing.
Yeah, well, you done woke me up. Well, I'll get back to sleep.
Yeah, sleep, old boy. I'm just shaking you.
Oh, me, I was really tired.
Boy, that was a close call. He almost caught me. Well, I'll try it again.
What was that?
Finally decided to take my shoes off.
What was that screeching noise?
Tight shoes.
Wait a minute. Let me turn on the light here. Kingfish, what is you doing? You're down on the floor there on your hands and knees.
Well, so I is. I must be a sleep crawler, too. Get on back to bed, Andy. Don't you know no better than to disturb a man when he's crawling in his sleep?
Well, I'm sorry. I'll turn off the light again.
No, that was close. Let me get my hand in here. Here we is. Now look at this money by the street light through the window. Yeah. It's the lucky buck, all right. Hot dog, let me get out of here.
That must have been the Kingfish. Oh, me, that poor fellow is worse off than I think he was. He done turned out to be a sleep runner.
What is this, Andy? You say your lucky buck is done gone out of your room here?
Yeah, Amos. I had it hid under the floor, and when I woke up this morning, it disappeared.
Huh.
And I don't see how it could have happened, because if anybody had come in here, either me or the Kingfish would have heard him.
You or the Kingfish?
Yeah.
Did Kingfish sleep up here last night?
Yeah, but he didn't get much sleep. He was sleepwalking and crawling and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Say, Amos, I want to ask you a question.
Huh?
Do you think by any chance the Kingfish could have something to do with my lucky buck disappearing?
Well, I'm afraid he did, Andy. What is you going to do?
What is I going to do? I'm going over and really put that Kingfish to sleep. And this time, the only one that'll be doing any walking is his pallbearer.
Yeah, that's...
This is your Rexall druggist again. A customer came in last week with a problem that may bother many of you during winter months.
I've got to have some cough drops right away. This cold makes my throat tickle so I can hardly talk.
Well, madam, I suggest you try these Rexall throat lozenges. Lozathracin.
Lazo what?
Lozathracin, the antibiotic throat lozenges that give two-way relief from throat irritation caused by colds. You see, the lozathracin formula combines the pain relief of aspirin with the antibiotic action of tyrothracin. And, I might add, these lozenges have a pleasant cherry menthol flavor. The packet is convenient to carry, too, right in your purse. See?
Mm-hmm. Lozothricin. Lozothricin. I'll take it.
Very well, ma'am. And remember, lozathricin is sold on the famous Rexall money-back guarantee at Rexall drugstores everywhere.
Well, I got this lucky buck. I'm going to get out of the lodge hall here, take it down to the newspaper office, and, holy mackerel. Look out the window. Here come Andy with his fist doubled up, and he got a stick in his hand. He looked like, Rocky Marchino coming out of his corner. Yeah, he got me trapped. I got to think fast. Yeah, too late to hide on me. Oh, well, let me get on the phone here. Yeah.
Kingfish, I want to see you. I'm going to beat you to a pulp. I'm going to take you and I'm going to beat you.
Just a minute, Brother Andy. I was on the phone here talking to my mortician. Excuse me, Andy. Hello, Mort. Say, Mort, just put me down for that 6-handle knotty pine job, will you please? Yeah, that's right. The one that only opens the lid halfway. Only half the lid opens, that's right. Yeah, that way you can just put the satin where it shows and burlap the rest of the way, you see. Yeah, well, if I'm able, Mort, I'll drop over this afternoon for a final fitting. Yeah, thank you, Mort. So long, and I do mean goodbye. Now, Brother Andy, old pal, old friend, what was this about beating up on?
Well, Kingfish, what is this, you talking to the mortician? Is there something wrong with you?
Yes, on the sea of life, I was afraid that the old Kingfish is outward bound to greener pastures in the old corral up yonder.
Oh, mackerel. I didn't know you was ready to nibble on that big fish fry in the sky.
Yes, Andy, and if your plans to beat up on me, I suggest that you act fast, Andy. Rigor mortis liable to set in on me here any minute. And I'd hate to see you bruise your fist on me, you see.
Yeah, well, this is all news to me. What done happened to you anyway?
Well, Andy, I didn't want to worry you and none of the other large brothers, but for some time now I've been suffering from a rare disease. What is known as Syracuses of the Hobgoblins. That's the botanical name, Andy, but the common name is Undertaker's Delight.
That's a shame, Kingfish, but listen, if you was this bad off, why did you jip me out of my lucky buck?
Well, Andy, I'll admit that I did it, and in my last minutes here, I was ashamed of myself.
Yes, huh?
But I only did it to finance my going-away party.
You mean you needed $500 for that?
Yes, Andy, I wasn't thinking of my own comfort, boy. I just didn't want the affair to be no disappointment to the other Lodge brothers, you see.
Yeah, well, I understand that. You wouldn't want no cheap affair, no.
No, of course not, Andy. I want to go first class.
Yeah.
I pictured the Lodge Hall meeting room with me laid out at one end and the buffet supper laid out at the other, you see. Everything will be first class, Andy. And I count on you to deliver the eulogy.
Yeah, well, I'll take it anywhere you want.
No. A eulogy, Andy, that's how you make up stuff about the bum that just passed on, you know, one of them things.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that, yeah.
I tell you what, Andy, maybe we better rehearse the thing. I only get one shot at it, and I'd like to have a good one if I could.
Yeah, well, what are we going to do? How you do it?
Well, I tell you what, Andy, I'm going to get up here. Now, let me get up here and stretch out on this desk here and just kind of give you the atmosphere. Yeah, let me straighten out my clothes. That's it. Now, I'll cross my hands over my chest.
Yeah, that looked like it, all right.
Yeah. Now, you stand in front of me there, Andy, and I'll close my eyes real tight. Mm-hmm. Lay it on thick, son. Think on your feet, boy. Think on your feet.
Yeah, well, let me see here. Dear friends of our decreased brother, some folks has said that the Kingfish couldn't be trusted. But as I looks at him, laying there stiff as a poker, now I would trust him with anything I got. And furthermore, my friend...
Say, Kingfish, I just dropped in here to... say, Andy, what's going on here?
Oh, Calhoun, I'm just making a eulogy over the Kingfish here.
Eulogy?
Yeah.
I didn't know nothing had done happened to the poor Kingfish about him passing on.
Calhoun, would you mind closing that door? I'm laying here in a draft.
So long, Andy.
Well, okay, Anna, that's enough practice. I tell you what, you come back in the morning, we'll have the dress rehearsal and be all set for the big event.
Okay, Kingfish. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care of yourself now.
Oh, what a dummy that boy is. I'll go right down to the newspaper office now and get that $500 in person. Well, here's the newspaper office. Mm-hmm. Oh, and there's the sign. See what it say there. Lucky Buck Contest Editor. Get over here. Excuse me, mister.
Yes?
Yes, you the Lucky Buck Editor?
That's right.
Yes, sir. Well, I got the Lucky Buck here that I'd like to collect the $500 on. The one that was in yesterday's paper.
You have the Lucky Buck?
Yes, sir. It's right here in my pocket. It's right, I think,
I'm afraid you're mistaken. We just paid the $500 to that man over there.
Paid it to that man over there. Well, I'll see about this. See here, fella.
Hi, Kingfish. Wait a minute. Would you mind not bothering me while I'm counting this money here?
Andy, how in the world did you get that Lucky Buck?
Well, Kingfish, when I was making that eulogy, you told me to think on my feet. And that's just what I done. While you was laying there with your eyes shut, I done picked your pocket.
Oh, now, wait a minute there. You can't go.
Friends, this is Harlow Wilcox with a tip for every one of you who has a cold or may get one this winter. Rexall Anapac relieves a cold at any stage, from the first warning sneeze to the headache, muscular pains, and fever of a full-fledged cold. You see, the Rexall Anapac formula combines antihistamine with well-known APC compound. That's aspirin, phenacetin, and caffeine. That's why you get all-round relief with this one product in convenient tablet form. So, friends, before another cold starts coming on, be sure to have your Rexall Anapac on hand. That's spelled A-N-A-P-A-C, Anapac, sold on Rexall's famous money-back guarantee at Rexall drugstores everywhere, the stores with the orange and blue sign.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, rely on your Rexall family druggist. And when you visit him, would you be kind enough to tell him that Amos and Andy sent you? Thank you, and good night.
See you next Sunday.
$31.5, 32, 33, 35, 40, and 10 is 50, and 50 is a pound. At first, when you are given change in new money, it may sound rather odd. So if you're puzzled by 31.5, 32, 33, 35, 40, and 10 is 50, and 50 is a pound, think decimal. Now there are 100 new pence in a pound. Think decimal. That way you'll find shopping simple.
J-E-L-L. Oh, the big red letters stand for the Jell-O family. Oh, the big red letters stand for the Jell-O family. That's Jell-O.
Yum, yum, yum.
Jell-O pudding.
Yum, yum, yum.
Jell-O duck. Fiocca pudding, yes, sirree.
When I fall in love, it will be forever.
Sweet Trolley. The name you'll find on the most wickedly delicious desserts you could imagine. Each one is lovingly created to look as good as it tastes. Sweet Trolley. Delicious desserts from Bird's Eye and Walls. So irresistible, you can't help falling in love.
Tudor Queen, the queen of canned meats. Tudor Queen ham, Tudor Queen ox tongue, Tudor Queen chicken, Tudor Queen luncheon meat. Rich in history, rich in quality, rich in value. Tudor Queen.
Once upon a time there was an engineer.
Choo-choo Charlie was his name, we hear.
He had an engine and he sure had fun. He used good and plenty candy to make the train run.
Charlie says, love my good and plenty. Charlie says, really rings the bell. Charlie says, love my good and plenty. Don't know any other candy that I love so well.
The next hour is brought to you by John Paul Mitchell Systems, the world's leader in hair care products and styling tools. Visit www.paulmitchell.com today.
Let every go signal remind you that you do go farther with Signal gasoline. The Signal Oil Program. Signal Oil brings you another strange tale by the Whistler. Tonight, the story of a man who gambled with life and of the tale the dead man told.
I am the Whistler, and I know many things, for I walk by night. I know many strange tales, many secrets hidden in the hearts of men and women who have stepped into the shadows. Yes, I know the nameless terrors of which they dare not speak.
Before the Whistler brings you tonight's story, I want to pass along to you a few of the enthusiastic comments coming in from men in uniform to whom Signal Oil Company has been sending thousands of the exciting battleship games called Salvo, S-A-L-V-O. Lieutenant Commander Hartung, commanding the USS Bladen, writes, Signal's generous gift of Salvo games is of inestimable recreational value and will do much for the morale of this ship's personnel. And Commander A.L. Mayer of the USS Haskell writes, the crew of this vessel deeply appreciates Signal's kindness. Salvo games provide much pleasure during leisure hours. Well, friends, because of the popularity of this great game for two persons, Signal Oil Company thought you, too, would enjoy playing Salvo. So, in addition to those going to the armed forces, Signal has been able to get a limited number to be given away by neighborhood Signal gasoline dealers. A Salvo game is yours for the asking. But I'd suggest getting yours tomorrow, sure, because folks over here are sure to go for Salvo in just as big a way as men overseas are going for the Salvo games Signal Oil Company is sending them. And now, the Whistler.
A driving rain slants down outside the Golden Pheasant nightclub. It drenches the streets, but it doesn't seem to dampen the gaiety of the crowd inside. Yes, it's a gay crowd, happy and carefree, which just goes to prove once again that all that glitters is not gold. A couple detach themselves, make the short dash from door to curb and climb into a car. They seem far from carefree.
I can't understand it. It's only 11 o'clock. How come you're tired already?
Oh, I'm not tired. Just want to go home.
Okay, so we're going home.
Darling.
What?
Don't be angry with me.
Oh, I'm not. How can I be angry with you? Sandra...
You're so sweet. So understanding.
Well, I don't understand this. We were going to have fun tonight, going on to Sammy's place after the Golden Pheasants, make a night of it.
You were going to. Those were your plans.
Well?
Those weren't my plans. And you know, sweetheart, that we always do what I want to do.
Is that so?
Mm-hmm. You know, sweetheart, that I can make you do anything I want you to do. Can't I?
Is that so? Well... yeah, I guess you can. You little mink.
That's better.
So I take you home. When we could be having a good time. But what I want to know is why.
All right, I'll tell you. Because I'm afraid of Arthur. I'm afraid he might get home ahead of it.
Look, baby, I told you your husband is at the office. I left him there myself at 6 o'clock. He said he'd probably be there all night, or most of it, going over the books. This is inventory time. Very convenient, huh?
Yes, very convenient for us. By the way, Bert, didn't you say you wanted to stop at the office on the way home?
Yeah, I'm going to Richmond tomorrow morning. I might as well pick up my papers and drinks tonight. Thanks for reminding me. What would I do without you?
Oh, you've gotten along pretty well.
But I'm not going to get along forever without you. Sandra, when are you going to quit Arthur? When are you going to make the break?
Oh, let's not worry about that just yet. Maybe something will happen to make things easier.
But this has been going on now for months. I'm not going to wait forever.
You'll wait, darling. Just be patient.
How can you be so calm?
Oh, here's the office, dear. Turn in.
Oh, okay. Sandra, you're a wonderful woman. A remarkable woman.
Yes, Bert Williams, Sandra's a remarkable woman. So remarkable that you're risking everything to be near her. Your friendship for Arthur, her husband. Your business partnership with him. Your reputation. None of them matter if you can just persuade Sandra to leave Arthur for you. But it's going to take a little more time, it seems.
Just be a minute.
I'm coming with you.
But, Sandra...
You're not going to leave me out here in the rain on this dark street alone?
No, but listen, Sandra. Arthur's up there. He might hear us and come out.
He won't see me, I'll promise.
Oh, all right, then. Come on.
He might as well find out now as later anyway, mightn't he, Bert? That might be the best way, just get it over with. So you walk up, not being especially careful about the footsteps. Down the hall, into your office. Get the papers. Back past his office. Across that patch of light on the floor, coming through his closed door.
That's funny.
What?
Listen. Not sound.
Well, he wouldn't be talking to himself.
No, but maybe he's already gone and forgotten to turn out the light.
Arthur and waste electricity? Not Arthur.
Still in my pair. Maybe you better stick your head in and see. I'll stand back out of sight. You'll never know.
But Sandra...
You might as well. Besides, you think it was funny you didn't stop and say goodnight.
Yeah, I suppose so. Okay, just a minute. Hi there, you old workhorse. What are you up to? Well, he must have fallen asleep. Arthur, this is a fine way to act. Come on, wake... Arthur.
Bert?
Sandra, stay out of here.
Matter, something wrong?
Sandra, go backstairs.
Something the matter with Arthur? Why is he lying there with his head on the desk? What? Oh! Arthur!
Sandra, be calm. I don't know what happened, but...
Dead, isn't he?
Yes, he's dead, all right. Bullet right through his temple.
Oh, no! Why did he do a thing like that?
I don't know. It does look like suicide.
Oh, what?
There, now, Sandra. Sit down. Try to keep calm.
Oh, Bert. I was through with him. I was going to leave him, but I should have wished him dead.
Of course not, darling. I know that. Now, just take it easy.
I can't believe he committed suicide. Why?
Well, maybe he left a note. They usually do. Let's see. There is something on the desk. Here. Here, look. It's addressed to me.
You?
Yeah. Dear Bert, this will probably be a shock to you, but believe me, it's best. Business is bad, but that's only part of it. You'll be able to carry on with me out of the way. Just one thing, look after Sandra for me, will you? Goodbye, Arthur.
Oh, Arthur. How could he do such a thing?
I can't tell from this whether he knew or not. What does this mean? You'll be able to carry on with me out of the way.
I don't know unless... Of course, he meant the insurance.
Insurance?
Yes. Didn't you two have some kind of partnership insurance?
Yes, that's right, of course. We took it out when we first started in business. If one of us died, the other got $100,000.
Yes, that's what he meant. Business was bad, but if he died, you'd get $100,000 to help with the business.
Only Sandra... What a fool. He made a terrible mistake.
Why?
I won't get any $100,000. I won't get a cent.
Oh, why not?
Because there's a suicide clause in the insurance. It's paid for any natural or accidental death, but not for suicide. Suicide voids the insurance.
All for nothing. He did it all for nothing. Oh,
Yes, he was a fool even in death.
But how can you talk like that?
Why not, Sandra? He stood between me and what I wanted most in the world, you. Now there's nothing standing between us. We can be married, live the life we've wanted together. But I haven't a cent outside the business.
Don't worry, we'll think of a way. It's ironic, you know. Only we had that $100,000.
Yeah, we might have, too, if only he hadn't made it so obviously suicide.
You don't suppose...
Suppose what?
It is suicide, isn't it? It couldn't have been...
Murder? Good Lord, Sandra, who could have murdered him?
I don't know, but a robber. Somebody.
No. Of course it's suicide. There's the note, obviously a suicide note.
Of course, naturally. If there hadn't been a note, it might have looked like murder.
Sandra, listen, if there was no note, if the police didn't find a note, it might look like murder to them.
What do you mean?
And if they called it murder, the insurance company would pay the $100,000.
You're not thinking.
Why not? What difference would it make to him? He must have intended that I get the insurance money. Well, why should I be robbed of it just because he forgot something?
Bert, it's not right.
Why not? It's what he wanted. We're just carrying out the wishes of the dead. It's nobody else's business.
But you're forgetting if it looks like murder, then it is somebody else's business. The police. They'd have to find the murderer.
Which they couldn't do. Because there is no murderer.
But they might accuse even you.
Me? Yes, I hadn't thought of that.
A gun. Whose gun is that? I didn't know Arthur had a gun.
He didn't. Oh, good Lord, that's my gun. He must have taken it out of my desk.
Your gun? But then there was Vincent.
Yes, unless... Wait a minute. Would they?
It would have your fingerprints on it.
Naturally, it's my gun. And it has his on it, too, because he used it.
That would prove it was suicide.
Yes, unless we wiped them off. And put mine back on. The murderer would wipe his off anyway. But it would be natural for mine to be there.
Yes, that's right, of course. But they still might say you killed him for the insurance.
They might say that, but... Look, Sandra, I have a perfect alibi. I was with you. We've been at the Golden Pheasant all evening since 7:30. Plenty of people saw us there.
Now, wait a minute, please. Think a minute more. I wouldn't want anything to happen to you now.
Darling, don't worry. It's simple. They couldn't possibly convict me, even if they did decide I did it. Now, don't worry. Everything's going to be all right. I just wiped the prints off with my scarf. Then grip the gun there. Wipe it again, but not too well, so some of my prints will be left on. Now I drop it carelessly on the floor. Now the note. Just touch a match to it. There goes the evidence. Just a pile of ashes in the ashtray.
Couldn't they get you for destroying evidence?
Not if they don't know it ever existed, and how can they? Only you and I know.
But if they find the ashes in the ashtray, won't they examine them or something?
But they won't find them. Because now we dump the ashtray out the window and scatter the ashes to the four winds. There, that does it. Now we're all set.
Oh, darling, I hope so. I'm scared.
Don't be, baby. It'll be simple. Just leave it to me. And you better cry a little more, so you'll be properly tear-stained when the police get here.
Police?
Sure. That's the next step. Hello, operator. Get me the police station. Yes, the homicide division.
Well, Bert, you're skating on thin ice, don't you think? Making the police believe that Arthur's suicide is murder and possibly making them think you did it. That's a dangerous game you're playing. But now that it's done, the police seem to fall for your trick. At the coroner's inquest, they're eyeing you with suspicion. Your testimony to the coroner doesn't help much.
No, I definitely don't think it's suicide. He wasn't the type to commit suicide. He had no reason to that I know of.
Then perhaps he had enemies who might have wanted to put him out of the way.
No, not that I know of.
The coroner seems satisfied with your testimony. Then Sandra answers the question.
Yes, Mr. Williams and I spent the entire evening at the Golden Pheasant nightclub.
And your husband didn't come along?
He said he had some work to do. We dropped in at 11 to pick him up. That's when we found him.
Did your husband ever speak of taking his life? Was he despondent?
Oh, no. Never.
Mrs. Albers, do you think your husband committed suicide?
I feel sure that if he were to do such a thing, he would at least have left me a note. Some explanation. But he didn't. Therefore, I can't believe he took his own life.
That went over big, didn't it, Bert? That practically clinched it. They can't call it suicide now. Sandra convinced them. But just to add another link, there's the police officer to add his testimony.
The bullet entered the right temple on a 250-degree angle. That is, slightly from the rear and moving forward. Powder burns on the skin indicated that the gun was not held directly to the head, but several inches from it, perhaps 3 or 4.
In your estimation, Captain, could it have been possible for the dead man to have fired the fatal shot himself?
Well, yes, possible, but it would have been an awkward position. If he had shot himself, it would seem more logical for him to placed the muzzle directly against his temple.
Yeah. And in your opinion, the gun was probably fired by someone else. Someone who came up from behind him, perhaps.
Well, that'd only be an opinion. It might not have been. It could have been either.
Well, Bert, there's a break for you. A break you hadn't counted on. Arthur was very obliging. You can see him right now, deciding to hold the gun away from his head. No doubt he wanted to avoid unnecessary unpleasantness. He was so fastidious. Well, offer up a few thanks, Bert, because that did it. The coroner's jury has reached its verdict.
The jury finds the deceased, Arthur Albers, met death at the hands of a person or persons unknown.
You are listening to the Signal Oil program. Let every go signal remind you that you do go farther with Signal gasoline.
Well, Bert Williams, you pulled it off, didn't you? The coroner's jury called it murder by person or persons unknown. Oh, there'll be an investigation, but you're not worried about that. You'll be able to prove that you didn't do it. But now you've fixed it so that you can get that $100,000. Go ahead. Go on down to the insurance company and collect it.
Yes, naturally, Mr. Williams, you want the insurance benefit. It's rather customary to give us a little time to investigate a case like this, in which there seems to be some question of doubt.
But I need the money right away. The business, you see.
Yes, of course. I understand that. But, you see, in case it were later proved that Mr. Albert's death was by suicide, then we'd not be able to pay it.
I know that, but the coroner's jury has already said that it was murder. Unless I'm very much mistaken, that makes it legal.
Yes, unless we could prove otherwise.
You mean you'll investigate further on your own?
Yes, of course. We're required to do so.
But you're also required to pay me, since it's officially called murder, at least until you prove otherwise?
Yes.
Then I'll take that chance. And pay you back if I'm wrong and it is suicide.
There's only one thing about that, Mr. Williams. By taking the money now, I warn you, you might be laying yourself open to suspicion of fraud in case it turned out to be suicide.
Fraud?
Yeah, now please don't misunderstand or I'm not accusing you of anything. I only warn you that the courts might view your action as suspicious and suggesting that it might be better to wait, let the decision be final before you collect your benefits.
I'll take the chance. I want the money now.
Very well, Mr. Williams. As you wish.
Yes, you're sure of yourself now, aren't you, Bert? Very sure. And why not? You've deposited that certified check for $100,000 in your bank. And they can't touch you. So you go to Sandra to tell her the good news.
Now, baby, we can get out. Maybe in a week or two when it's all blown over. Head for Mexico or Florida, anywhere you say.
Sounds wonderful, darling. I'd like to start out right now.
So would I. We better let things cool off a little first. The insurance company might smell a rat if we pulled out too quickly.
The insurance company has nothing to do with me. I could leave right now. Rest after the strain of the funeral, you know.
Without me? Hey, now, none of that. From now on, it's us together.
It's a fallacy, you know, that two can live as cheaply as one. That 100,000 would go a lot farther for just one of us.
Sandra, I don't understand you. Naturally, you're going to share it with me. I don't care anything about the money except for what I can do for you.
Oh, really, darling? Well, that's very nice. Because, you see, I've decided that I'll just take it all. So if you don't mind, you might write me a check or make out a bank draft or something.
Sandra, what is this, a joke?
No joke, I assure you, dear. I'm very attached to money. And the thought of that 100,000 thrills me, so I'd rather not have it piecemeal like a housewife's allowance. I want it now.
But Lord, Sandra, do you realize what you're saying? You're telling me it's the money you want, not me.
Well, you might put it that way.
Are you trying to tell me that all this time I've meant no more to you than that?
Oh, it's been fun, darling.
Fun? Sandra, you can't mean that.
I'm afraid I do, Bert, so there's not much need for any further talk. Just transfer the 100,000 to my account tomorrow morning, and we'll call everything even.
Even? What fantastic notion makes you think I'd give you the money now?
It's far from fantastic. I have a notion you wouldn't like for me to tell the insurance company and the police that you perpetrated a fraud. That Arthur really did commit suicide. And you destroyed the evidence.
You wouldn't dare tell them. They wouldn't believe you in the first place. How could you prove it?
With a little slip of paper I have. Just a note. A note from Arthur. It came registered mail the day after he died. You might call it a suicide note.
No.
Yes. Isn't it logical that he'd write one to his wife as well as to his business partner?
I never thought of that.
No, darling, you didn't, did you? But it turned out very nicely for me. Now, when you transfer the money to my account and bring me the bank book, I'll do you a favor. I'll burn this little note like you burned the other one.
Okay. You win, Sandra.
That's a good boy. I'll expect you then about 10 in the morning.
Well, Bert, that's what you might call poetic justice. Well, poetic anyway. You really got taken, didn't you? But there's nothing to be done about it. She has you on a spot. And so you'll have to go down, transfer that $100,000 to her account, and bring her the deposit slip. You watch her burn the note and destroy the ashes, and now you're even.
Thanks, darling.
Someday, Sandra, you'll pay for this. Someday you'll get what you deserve.
Perhaps, who knows? But in the meantime, I'll be so comfortable. Thanks to you.
Yes, she rubbed it in, didn't she, Bert? And you go back to your apartment smarting under her words. But you don't have too much time to think about it, Bert, because there's a man from the DA's office waiting for you when you get there. And he takes you downtown to talk to the boss.
Just a couple of questions I want to ask you, Mr. Williams. Just to clear up a few points.
All right, anything I can do.
First, a minor point. Did either you or Mrs. Albers smoke while you were in Albers' office before the police arrived?
No. No, I'm sure we didn't.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now, you say you were with Mrs. Albers all evening.
Yes, we went to the Golden Pheasant nightclub for dinner and dancing.
What time did you arrive there?
Well, rather early, about 7:30, I'd say.
And where were you before that?
Well, I was at the office till about 6, then I went to my apartment to dress, I suppose. I can't really remember.
Mrs. Albers was not with you then?
No, I picked her up about 7:15. Why?
Well, you see, Mr. Williams, the autopsy proves that Albers was killed between 6 and 7.
Oh, I thought...
You thought what?
I thought it was probably later than that.
Is that so? No, it was definitely between 6 and 7, or just a short time after you say you left the office. And you were not with Mrs. Albers until 7:30. An hour later.
Why, no, I was at the apartment, but... Well, I'm sure I can prove that. The elevator boy would have seen me. And the maid, I have a maid. She testified that I was there.
Mr. Williams, I'm not questioning where you were. You're not under suspicion for Albers' death.
I'm not?
No, of course not. You never were. You see, from the very beginning, we had a pretty clear line on the real murderer.
What do you mean?
The ashtray was the first clue. You see, it was a little strange that a man working late at night hadn't piled up an ashtray full of cigarette butts. The ashtray had been used, but there were no butts left in it. It hadn't been dumped into the wastebasket, so we got a little suspicious. We found that it had been dumped out the window.
Out the window?
Yes. And among the cigarette butts that we found was one especially that interested us. It was smudged with lipstick. This naturally led us to think of a woman.
A woman? Not one...
No, not one of the office employees, because we found that the janitress had cleaned that ashtray about 6. After all but Mr. Albers had left for the day. And you told us that Mrs. Albers didn't smoke when you two came in later that night.
Yes, that's right.
Mm-hmm. That meant that there was a woman there about the time Albers died. So we began looking around, and we got the main clue from the dead man's lips.
From the...
Yes. You might almost say he told us. You see, on his lip was a smudge of lipstick. That told us that indeed there had been a woman there, and she had been someone known intimately enough to kiss him, and incidentally to stand behind him without arousing his suspicion. From where she placed the gun to his head and fired.
But that might have been his wife's lipstick.
Yes, it might. Mightn't it?
But, I mean, it could have been there all day, ever since she kissed him goodbye that morning.
It's possible, but not probable. He'd have seen it and wiped it off, or it would have worn off. But anyway, the next clue pointed in the same direction. Your prints on the gun had been smudged with some kind of fabric, not a handkerchief. We decided It could have been gloves worn by the murderer. Not leather gloves, but cloth gloves like a woman wears. Now, what woman might know where you kept your gun, be in the habit of kissing Albers, and so on? Only one, since Albers was the kind of a man he was. His wife.
You mean you're charging Sandra with the murder?
Yes. You clinched it with what you just told me.
What do you mean?
You told me the truth. That you didn't pick Sandra Albers up until 7:15. She slipped. She told me you picked her up shortly after 6. At exactly the time she was killing her husband.
No, she didn't do it. You're making a terrible mistake. I know she didn't do it.
How do you know, Mr. Williams?
Because Arthur Albers committed suicide.
Oh, come now, Williams.
He did. There was a note, a suicide note.
What happened to it?
I burned it. I burned it so it would look like murder and I'd get the insurance money.
Mr. Williams, I know how you feel about Mrs. Albers, and I know you're trying to protect her. But I warn you, she's not worth lying for. She's going to be prosecuted for the murder of her husband, and she's going to be convicted. Nothing you say can help her.
The Whistler will revise this strange ending of this tale in just a moment. Meanwhile, I'd like to tell you about Roy Jacobson, for 13 years a Signal gasoline dealer in Berkeley, California. What with repairing tires, relining brakes, replacing mufflers, and other jobs to keep aging cars on the road, Jacobson is a busy man. While I was waiting for him, a customer who had just had his brakes relined commented, "I've been having my car serviced at Jacobson's Signal station for 13 years, and I have yet to hear a customer squawk. I know I can depend on his work because he's so conscientious." Conscientious. That word, friends, characterizes the kind of service you'll find in Signal gasoline stations from Canada to Mexico. And the reason for their conscientious, thorough service is that every Signal dealer is in business for himself. Most of them for many years, like Roy Jacobson. Naturally, they want to serve you so well, you'll be their permanent customer. Well, with Uncle Sam predicting that 1 car in every 12 will go off the road this year, such service can be mighty important. That's why so many drivers these days are switching to those friendly Signal gasoline dealers who make a permanent business of helping cars go farther. And now, back to the Whistler.
Well, the district attorney was right. He did convict Sandra Albers for the murder of her husband. All through the trial, Bert Williams kept trying to explain the clues they brought in, kept protesting Sandra's innocence, but it was no use. Nobody believed him. And when she died, something happened to him. He said he'd murdered her, that ghosts haunted him, that he heard her calling to him. His friends decided his mind had snapped and they had him put away. Too bad. No need for it at all. No. Because what Bert didn't know was that Sandra really had killed her husband. Yes, the district attorney was right. And Bert, who had started out to make it look like he had committed a murder he hadn't, ended up in a madhouse because he thought he had committed one that he hadn't. Funny, isn't it?
Next Monday at 9 o'clock, the Signal Oil program will bring you another strange tale by the Whistler. The Signal Oil program is broadcast for your entertainment by the Signal Oil Company, marketers of Signal's famous Go Farther gasoline and motor oil, and by your neighborhood Signal Oil dealer, who is at your service daily to keep your car running for the duration. The Signal Oil program, produced and directed by George W. Allen, with story by John Dunkel and music by Wilbur Hatch, is transmitted to our troops overseas by the Armed Forces Radio Service. Bill Pennell speaking for your friends, the Signal Oil Company, and suggesting once again that you let every go signal remind you that you do go farther with Signal gasoline. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Keeping the radio memories alive thanks to the sponsorship of John Paul Pet. Pet care with a salon pedigree. Visit jppet.com today.
It's time for My Favorite Husband, starring Lucille Ball.
Hello, everybody.
Yes, it's the new Gay Family series starring Lucille Ball with Richard Denning. Brought to you by the Jell-O family of desserts.
J-E-L-L. Oh, the big red letters stand for the Jell-O family. Oh, the big red letters stand for the Jell-O family. That's Jell-O.
Yum, yum, yum.
Jell-O puddings. Yum, yum, yum. Jell-O tapioca puddings. Yes, sirree.
And now Lucille Ball with Richard Denning as Liz and George Cooper. Two people who live together and like it. Every day in each American home, an old native custom takes place. An ancient tribal ritual called waking up in the morning. Now, everyone has his own interpretation of how this should be done. For instance, at the Coopers, George opens his eyes, bounds out of bed, flexes his muscles, and says,
"Oh, I'm glad I'm alive."
And Liz, not to be outdone, opens one eye, looks around, and says,
I wish I was dead.
And then the daily ritual settles down to serious business as George Cooper is faced with the problem of getting Sleeping Beauty out of bed.
Come on, Liz. It's time to get up.
Yeah, I am. Just one more.
Come on now. Katie's getting breakfast. It's 7:45.
Uh-huh. Yes, dear. All right.
Well, why don't you get up?
Why don't you get lost? I'm practically dressed.
Oh, sure. How can you sleep so long? You must be part bear.
I am not. I'm wearing my long flannel nightgown. Here I come, George. I'm getting up right now. 1, 2.
Come on now, Liz. I'll pull the covers off.
Oh, just one more minute.
I'll tickle your feet.
I'm up.
Get moving. I'll pour cold water on you.
No.
I'll get my camera and take a picture of you and your curlers and cold cream.
I'm up, so help me, I'm up.
That works every time.
Have you started breakfast yet, Katie?
No, Mrs. Cooper. Why?
Well, I'd like an extra special breakfast for Mr. Cooper. I have a favor I want from him. I have to borrow some money.
Money?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, then I'd better serve breakfast on the paper plates. You can't throw them so far.
Yes, and they don't hurt so much when they hit.
If it's just a little money, I could lend it to you, Mrs. Cooper.
No, Katie, this is serious. It's my January budget. I made a New Year's resolution not to go over it, and it's all spent already.
But this is only the 7th of the month.
The 7th? Say, that's pretty good. I usually spend it by the 5th.
Can't we avoid a scene with Mr. Cooper?
I don't know how.
I know. When I get my salary, I'll lend it to you until next month.
Katie, your salary was in the January budget.
I was afraid of that.
I only wish he'd broken one of his resolutions, and he wouldn't have any right to be mad at me.
What were his resolutions?
He resolved not to drop any ashes on the rug and to clean out every ashtray he uses.
Well, that's not so easy, you know.
I know. It would be even harder if he smoked.
I forgot that.
Well, I'll just see if I can get around him by being so sweet and loving he just can't get angry when I tell him.
That's like holding out a handful of grain to a turkey just before you chop his head off.
Liz, are you out in the kitchen?
Oh, there's the old gobbler now.
Honey, George!
Breakfast about ready?
Oh, just about. Oh, George, I'm so lucky to be married to you.
Yeah, you're right. But what brought this on?
Nothing. It's just that you're so wonderful. Give me a big early morning hug.
Okay.
Oh, hold me tighter. Tighter.
Oh, but Liz!
Go on, pretend I'm a sack of walnuts and crack my shells. Oh,
kiss me, George.
Oh, you talked me into it.
George, your kisses are just as good as they were 10 years ago. How do you do it?
I keep them in a deep freeze.
How about me, George? What do I kiss like,
Give me another sample and I'll tell you.
All right. Well, what do I kiss like?
Like you were over your January budget.
You always know, don't you?
I don't believe it. You used all the money I gave you for this month, and January's only a week old. How could you do it?
Ooh, I'm a stinker.
Liz?
George, put down that knife.
Huh? Oh. Come here, Liz.
Yes, sir?
In 7 short days, you've spent all the money for all our bills for a whole month?
Yes, sir.
I'd like to hear a reasonable explanation of that.
So would I. Can you think of one?
What happened to the money, Liz? This is serious.
I know it is, George, and I'm sorry, but you know how bad I am at mathematics.
You must know what happened. Now we'll start at the beginning. What was your first mistake?
Not paying attention in 7th grade arithmetic class.
No!
I
mean after that.
Not paying attention in 8th grade arithmetic class.
Liz!
George, put down that knife.
Now answer my questions.
Yes, sir.
Did you at least pay the January bills?
No, sir.
The December bills?
No, sir. Ask me if I paid the October bills.
Liz, did you pay the October bills?
No, sir. At least not all of them.
Wait till I put this knife out of my reach.
Yes, sir.
Now, which ones?
I'm not sure. I have my own system for paying bills, you see.
I'm a fool to continue this conversation, but what is that system?
Well, I take the bills and divide them into 3 piles.
Oh, due, overdue, and not due yet.
No, have to pay, ought to pay, and doubt if I ever will pay.
If they ever hear about this at the bank, I'm washed up.
Now, when I sit at the desk, I put the have to pays to my right and the ought to pays to my left.
What about the doubt if I ever will?
I just throw those over my head onto the floor.
Oh, well. Ask a silly question.
Yes, sir.
Now, you've got the bills in 3 groups. What do you do then?
Well, I pay the ones on the right. Then if I have any more money, I play eeny, meeny, miny, mo with the bills on the left.
Logical. How does that work out?
Well, I'm usually all right through eeny and meeny, but when I get to miny, there isn't any mo.
Oh. Well, that system leaves you with a pretty sloppy living room, doesn't it?
Yes, sir.
Well, what happens to the bills that are on the floor?
Oh, I pick them up according to a system developed by Hoover.
Hoover? The president?
No, the vacuum cleaner.
Liz, if you don't mind my asking, on what do you expect to run the house for the rest of the month?
George, if you don't mind my asking, give me some more money.
Liz, I'm going to teach you a lesson. No matter how much sacrifice I have to make, we'll get by the rest of the month without any more household money.
Oh, George, don't be silly.
No, I was never more serious. It'll teach you a lesson. We have a roof over our heads, and we'll get by on whatever food there is in the house.
Oh, I wish you'd told me that before I went to the grocer's yesterday. They were having a sale, and I made a wonderful purchase.
Well, we'll be eating it for the next 3 weeks. What did you buy?
6 cases of beans.
Beans? Oh, Liz, you hate beans, and so do I. Why did you buy 6 cases?
Well, it was such a bargain, I couldn't pass it up.
Oh. Well, you'd better develop a taste for them.
George, you're not going through with this.
I certainly am. We spend no more money for the rest of January.
Oh, dear.
Well, goodbye, dear. I'm going to the bank. Come on, give me a kiss.
All right. Wait a minute. This is strictly business, George. Now, I'm talking to you as a banker. I'd like to make a loan on 6 cases of beans.
Yeah, I'm sorry, madam, but your credit is no good.
Oh, you're so mean. George Cooper, you're a fiend.
And not just an ordinary one. I'm a new man, Liz. Meet George Cooper, king of the fiends.
Meet Liz Cooper, queen of the beans.
Hey, honey, I'm home.
Hi, dear.
How'd things go today?
Just fine.
Didn't have any trouble getting along without cash, did you?
None at all.
What's for dinner?
I have the menu right here. Bean soup, bean salad, baked beans, and for dessert, bean meringue pie.
Oh. Why didn't I think of this earlier?
Do you want to back out?
No, it isn't that. I had beans for lunch. Hey, honey, I'm home.
Hi, dear.
How'd things go today?
Just fine.
What's for dinner?
Bean burgers. And for dessert, a bean sundae.
What's that? Ice cream with beans over it?
No.
Beans with ice cream over it?
Don't be silly. That would be beans a la mode.
Well, what's a bean sundae?
Beans with beans over them.
Oh. Hey, honey, I'm home.
Hi, dear.
How'd things go today?
Just fine.
What's for dinner?
How would you like a nice, juicy sirloin steak?
Liz, you didn't manage to get one.
That's right. I didn't. We're having beans.
How are you fixing them tonight?
Oh, you'll love them, George. We took the beans and froze them into the shape of little hats. They're called beanies.
Well, if the food is going to be bad, at least the jokes could be better.
Yes, sir. You know, George, you could put an end to this as quick as you started it. Come on, let's go out and buy dinner.
No, sir. I'm seeing this thing through. As a matter of fact, I'm not very hungry. I had a big lunch.
George Cooper, did you spend money for lunch?
No, Mr. Atterbury paid for it. We were entertaining Mr. Taylor. He's the president of that factory they're building, and he'll decide which bank they do business with.
Oh, never mind the details. What did you have?
Oh, pork chops.
Pork chops.
Yeah. 2 big, thick ones.
Oh. George, tell me, does meat still taste the same?
Liz, let go of my lapels.
Oh, I'm sorry. I lose my head. The mention of meat upsets me.
Yeah. Well, if you must know how it tasted, Liz, it tasted like beans. Everything does.
George, I don't want any dinner either. Let's do something tonight. Can't we go to a movie?
Yeah, sorry, that costs money. Of course, maybe we could get a pass to the legitimate theater.
Oh, that's a wonderful idea. What's playing?
The late Christopher Bean.
Never mind. We could play bridge with the Sturmses.
No, the way you play, that costs money, too. Of course, we could stay at home and play B-Knuckle.
George, that's not funny. Why does everything have to cost money? I'll put on the radio. It's the only thing that's free, and it'll take my mind off beans for a minute. Silly beauty beans! Turn it off! This is a conspiracy. Well, we'll just stay home and look at each other. That ought to be pleasant.
Well, you don't have to sound so hopeless. Hey, whatever happened to the fine art of conversation?
Conversation? Why, George, we couldn't possibly have anything to say to each other. We're married.
Nonsense. We'll just sit right down and have a very interesting conversation.
All right, George. Let me get settled. All right. You start.
Okay. Now, let's see now. You start.
No, you start.
Well...
That sounds fascinating.
Well, it's your attitude that's killing it. Before we were married, we never had this trouble. Oh, Liz, remember how we used to park up at Inspiration Point?
Yeah.
Oh, sometimes we'd stay there till 2 a.m.
Yeah, I remember.
I don't recall that we were bored with each other's conversation then.
I don't recall that we did any talking at all.
This is more like it.
Yeah.
Oh, what fun we used to have. Mm-hmm. Remember the time I took you skiing and we were snowed in at that lodge? And the fun we had until they rescued us? What's the matter, Liz?
You never took me skiing in your whole life.
Uh-oh. Well, remember...
Do you mind if I put on the radio, Mr. Cooper?
So remember those big red letters on the box.
What happened? The lights went out.
And the radio went off.
Oh, we must have blown a fuse. I'll go and see.
Oh, wait a minute. I think I know. George, how soon do they shut off the electricity if you don't pay the bill?
Liz, don't tell me you didn't pay the light bill.
All right, I won't tell you. Now I don't know why they went off.
Oh, fine. Now we're going to be without lights the rest of the month.
Oh, George, you're not going to be that stubborn, are you?
Yes, I am. I'm sorry, Liz.
All right. I'm going to get into bed, turn on the electric blanket, and stay there for 3 weeks.
You'd better take a hot water bottle. The electric blanket takes electricity.
Well, that's settled. Well, there's only one way to keep warm and occupied.
What's that?
Let's go out in the car and neck.
Liz and George will return in just a moment.
When the United States was still a young and growing nation, there came forth from all parts of the country idealists to create utopia. For example, there was John Humphrey Noyes, who dreamed up the Oneida Community in New York in 1847. It was designed to do away with sin and greed. In order to keep the community alive, small manufacturing industries were started. By 1880, the community living plan had died, and the industries had grown to great proportion and nationwide reputation. Even though John Noyes' idea had backfired, his efforts provided a contribution to American industry. Another idealist who seemingly had in mind the health and happiness of Americans was Henry Clubb. About 1855, Mr. Clubb got the idea that people would be healthier if they were vegetarians. He thought they'd be happier if they lived in octagon-shaped houses on octagon-shaped parcels of land in octagon-shaped cities. Unfortunately for Mr. Clubb, he decided to establish Octagonal City, the center of the Vegetarian Settlement Company, in a pretty dusty spot in Kansas. After one look at the hardships to be encountered on the barren plains, nearly every one of the subscribers to the vegetarian community went back to the non-vegetarian East Coast. One after another, communal living experiments bloomed, faded, and disappeared. There were the Shakers, the Separatists of Zoar, the Rapetite Harmonists, Brook Farm, and many others, all planned toward better living and better people. Dreamers of the American dream can't be judged merely on the basis of success or failure, for failure can show people of the future what not to do. American men and women built the United States into a great nation because they conceived their ideas and tried them out. This is indeed part of the great American dream, a dream which has become a decisive reality.
And now, back to My Favorite Husband, starring Lucille Ball with Richard Denning. Liz Cooper has already spent all her household money for January, and much to her surprise, George is making her get along as best she can without any more money. Well, at the last reading, they had been eating beans for a week, and now the electricity is off. Liz is beginning to crack under the strain.
Oh, Katie.
What's the matter, Mrs. Cooper?
What next? Now we're all out of candles.
Oh, why does Mr. Cooper have to be so stubborn?
Because he's a man.
I know. My first husband, Clarence, couldn't be rushed into anything either. He took me out every Thursday night for 7 years while we were engaged.
Every Thursday?
Yes. Then we got married, and we didn't have anything to do on Thursday nights.
Oh, Katie. Katie, I just thought of a plan. I'm going to charge some groceries and tell George I found the money in an old purse. I'll call Rafferty's Grocery. They carry everything, and they always have such good stuff.
Rafferty's Grocery and Delicatessen. You can eat it, drink it, chew it, slice it, or smell it. We sell it.
Oh, hello, Mr. Rafferty. This is Mrs. George Cooper. Yes, I need a lot of things today. Send me 6 lamb chops, 2 potatoes, corn, peas, sugar, bread, butter, and milk. Oh, and charge it. Now, did I forget anything?
Yep, you forgot to check your husband. He stopped your credit.
What? Well, if that isn't the dirtiest trick, the nerve of him thinking I'd charge something behind his back.
Too bad, too. Got some wonderful specials. Could give you a real good buy on beans.
Oh, no. Goodbye, Mr. Rafferty. I'm just going to call George up and give him a piece of my mind. Maybe that's George now. Hello, you no-good skunk.
This is the operator.
Uh-oh. I'm sorry.
Your phone is being disconnected.
Just because I called you a skunk? I said I'm sorry.
We will resume service as soon as your overdue bill is paid.
Oh, where will this end? Katie, they disconnected our phone. Well, if that's the way they're going to act, what's the name of this phone company? I'll take my telephone business to someone else.
Mrs. Cooper, you can't do that. There's only one phone company.
Well, I'll think of something. I'll get a carrier pigeon.
Get two, one for messages and one for dinner.
I knew it. They called to apologize. You're too late. I've decided to use pigeons.
Liz, what are you talking about?
It's no use, George. You can't talk to me. They've disconnected the phone. Hang up.
Now, wait a minute. I'm at the phone company.
Oh.
Everything's all right, Liz. The electricity will be on in a minute, and your credit is good at the market again.
Well, what brought this on?
I'm calling a truce just for tonight.
Oh?
Yeah, you know that fellow Taylor I told you about?
Yes.
Well, I'm bringing him home to dinner. He's very important to the bank. We'll see you later.
Wait a minute. I'm mad at you.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about it later, Liz. Goodbye.
But, George, Oh, darn it.
What's the matter, Mrs. Cooper?
Oh, he makes us stick to this ridiculous business until the minute he wants to impress someone, and then he gaily calls a truce. Well, I'm going to fix him all right.
How?
I'm going to pull a fuse and keep all the lights off, and I'm going to wear my oldest dress and pretend we always live this way. And guess what we're having for dinner?
Oh, no, Mrs. Cooper.
Oh, yes. Get me some sticks and some glue. We're going to have bean on the cob.
Well, here we are, Mr. Taylor.
Well, I must say, Cooper, you have a nice-looking place, but are you sure your wife is expecting us?
Oh, I'm sure she is. Why?
All the lights are out.
Well, we're probably dining by candlelight.
Well, it's wonderful. I can't wait to get a home-cooked meal. You know how it is when you're traveling. Nothing but beans, beans, beans.
Oh, you don't need to worry. We won't be having beans tonight. Hey, honey, I'm home.
That's funny. No lights, no candles either.
Probably a joke of hers. Liz is a great little kidder. Yeah, the lights don't work. Liz, where are you?
Yeah, I'll light a match.
No one here.
Yeah. There's something moving in the corner.
Liz, is that you?
George, you've come back. You haven't forgotten your poor, starving wife.
What?
Did you bring some food? A crust of stale bread, a glass of warm water?
Have you gone crazy?
Yes, I think I have. Why wouldn't I? Cooped up here for years with no lights and no food. I'm going mad!
Well, this is most peculiar, Cooper. Is this some kind of a joke?
Yes, of course it is, Mr. Taylor. Liz, why aren't the lights turned on?
Lights? Oh, that's that new invention you told me wasn't perfected yet.
What are you trying to do?
Who's that with you?
Oh, now stop it, Liz. What will Mr. Taylor think?
How do you do, Mr. Taylor?
Hello, Mrs. Cooper.
Tell me, Mr. Taylor, what's it like out there?
Out where?
Out there. I've been cooped up here so long. We can't afford a newspaper, and I never get to the movies. Tell me, what happened to Dewey?
He lost.
Oh, dear. I was sure he'd take Manila.
Oh, Liz, cut it out. And why have you got on that old house dress?
Oh, George, how can you say anything unkind about this dress? Don't you remember? I wore it 10 years ago when we were married.
Now, Liz!
I'm very sentimental about this dress, Mr. Taylor. It's the only one I've ever had.
Liz, stop it. Look, Mr. Taylor.
Don't speak to me, you cad.
What?
I simply can't believe that a vice president of a bank would treat his wife like this. And personally, I wouldn't do business with a bank that has an executive like you.
Bless you, kind sir.
This whole thing is a very unfunny joke my wife is pulling. Now, I'll get our maid and she'll tell you just what's going on.
You keep your wife in rags and you have a maid?
Oh, she isn't really our maid. He just calls her that.
She is, too. Katie, would you please come in here?
Coming.
Katie, I want you to tell this gentleman what's going on in this house.
All right. But first, what about me, son? Didn't you bring some bread for your poor old mother?
Oh, no!
George, you're not mad at me, are you?
I haven't decided. Now let me go to sleep.
Well, you'll have to admit I gave Mr. Taylor a beautiful steak dinner.
Oh, sure. After you had your fun.
Well, maybe you won't be mad at me when I tell you I've got my accounts all straight. I don't owe a cent to anyone.
I'm afraid to ask, but how did you manage that?
I wrote an article and sold it to the daily paper.
An article?
Mm-hmm.
What about?
100 different ways to fix beans.
You have been listening to My Favorite Husband, starring Lucille Ball with Richard Denning, and based on characters created by Isabel Scott Rorick. Tonight's program was produced and directed by Jess Oppenheimer, who wrote the script with Madeline Pugh and Bob Carroll Jr. Original music was composed by Marlon Skiles and conducted by Wilbur Hatch. The part of Katie the Maid was played by Ruth Parrott. Lucille Ball will soon be seen in the Paramount picture Sorrowful Jones. Be sure to listen to Lucille Ball in My Favorite Husband next week. Bob Lamont speaking. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Keeping the radio memories alive thanks to the sponsorship of John Paul Pet. Pet care with a salon pedigree. Visit jppet.com today.
How old and how much is that vase?
It's 1,000 years old and worth £10,000.
Ha-ha! This curly-whirly with all its miles of chewy toffee covered in creamy Cadbury's chocolate is 10 minutes old and only costs 3p. Of course, you can't stick flowers in it. But you can't chew a vase.
The next hour is brought to you by John Paul Mitchell Systems, the world's leader in hair care products and styling tools. Visit www.paulmitchell.com today.
When I fall in love, it will be forever.
Sweet Trolley, the name you'll find on the most wickedly delicious desserts you could imagine. Each one is lovingly created to look as good as it tastes. Sweet Trolley, delicious desserts from Bird's Eye and Walls. So irresistible, you can't help falling in love.
Tudor Queen, the queen of canned meats. Tudor Queen ham, Tudor Queen ox tongue, Tudor Queen chicken, Tudor Queen luncheon meat. Rich in history, rich in quality, rich in value. Tudor Queen.
Denim. Aftershave. With After Effects.
Oh, come in, Smithers. What is it? Speak up, boy. Orange juice.
No, sir. New Kellogg's Rise and Shine.
Hey?
fiendish.
And look at this, sir.
No peel, no pips, and it's got vitamin C. Well, Smithers, I suppose this is it.
What are you doing, sir?
Thank you, Governor. Wife and 3 pips to support. Thank you.
New Kellogg's Rise and Shine. Now tastes as good as orange juice.
Keeping the radio memories alive thanks to the sponsorship of John Paul Pet. Pet care with a salon pedigree. Visit jppet.com today.
Frontier Town, the saga of the Roaring West. Frontier Town. El Paso, Cheyenne, Calgary, Tombstone. Frontier Town.
Hello there. I kind of feel that I know most of you folks by this time, but maybe there are some of you who don't remember me. So just for the record, my name's Chad Remington, and I sort of practice law in the little frontier town called Dos Rios. Now, practicing law on the frontier is a lot different from practicing law in a city. In fact, it's so different that I've ended up playing detective, troubleshooter, and in general, the cases I get seem to make me a target, just like a clay pigeon in a shooting gallery. What I'm thinking of right now is some trouble that was dragged to my doorstep and dropped there that concerned a stagecoach that, well, I guess I'm getting ahead of myself. So let us start where the whole thing started. It was just past noon when I left Cherokee O'Bannon, the ex-medicine man who has reformed sufficiently to operate the Dos Rios livery stables. Well, I let the O'Bannon talk me into having lunch at the Greenback Cafe and Entertainment Palace. Now, believe me, if there's anything about the Greenback to recommend it, it isn't the food. It's something that Cherokee ferreted out in short order.
Chad, my boy, don't you find that sandwich a little, shall we say, dry?
I sure do, Cherokee. It tastes like it's been well sprinkled with alkali dust.
Then why don't you join me in something to wash it down? You did hear me, didn't you, Chad? Something to wash it down?
Cherokee, maybe you could palm that genuine Cherokee Indian rattlesnake oil of yours off on some unsuspecting folk, but I'll be doggone if I'm going to be conned into buying your drinks in the middle of the day.
Oh, not even one? I say not even one?
Oh, look, you old reprobate. That nose of yours isn't the color of the painted desert because of... Say, this is funny. I wonder what Maud Jackson's doing coming into a place like this.
Maud Jackson in here? Why, this is just about the time of day when she should be checking out the mail and express that arrived on the 11 o'clock coach.
Apparently, she's looking for someone in here.
Yes, and apparently it's us. Who are you?
Oh, Maud, were you looking for someone?
Chad. The wrangler over at the livery stable said he thought you'd come in here for lunch.
Sit down, my dear lady, sit down. We were
Chad, something awful's happened. Here it is, almost 1 o'clock, and the 11 o'clock stagecoach hasn't arrived yet from Barranca Springs.
Well, the whole trip doesn't take much over an hour from Barranca Springs. And if the coach is 2 hours late, I'm afraid maybe something did happen. Where's Jim? Where's your husband?
Jim went over to Barranca yesterday to see Senator O'Connell. You know, the franchise for our stagecoach line's coming up for renewal.
Hey, Buck, I'm leaving $2 to take care of our check. All right, come on, Maud, Cherokee. If something is wrong, we can't waste any time finding out what it is.
Billy Blue Blazes, Chad, where do you think you're going in all this rush?
Well, I'm going to get some horses out of that broken-down livery stable of yours and hightail it out over the road to Barranca Springs. We ought to find some sign of the coach.
Well, I hate to say this, Chad, but I have an awful feeling about it. Each time our franchise has come up for renewal before, we've never had any trouble, but... Well, this time Jim got a letter from... Oh, good heavens, Chad, look! Look down the street.
Holy mackerel. Here come the stagecoach horses, but the coach isn't in sight.
Oh, this is awful. With the children just getting out of school now, if those horses ever run loose... Oh,
Cherokee, you and Maud get back. All right, come on now, quick.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to do the only thing I can do. Wait till those horses come abreast of us, close my eyes, and jump. And I hope I land on the back of one of them and rein them in. Get back, Maud. Cherokee, pull Maud out of the way. And instead of just standing there, you might say a prayer. Here goes. Oh, there. Oh. All right, hold it now. Doggone it, I don't want to have to hurt your mouths. Oh, there. Oh.
Chad. Oh, thank God. Thank God Chad stopped the runaway team.
Even a professional detective couldn't have found anything from the harness of the runaway team that would have meant anything. Nothing was cut through or tampered with. And for an amateur detective like a Cowtown lawyer, it was as bad as having Niagara Falls suddenly vanish. Of course, what we didn't know at the time could have helped, because while we were leading a runaway coach team back to the stables, 2 hard-bitten men were down the street, eyes glued on us.
Yeah, blast it. I never thought that team would get back to town.
Well, what of it? They ain't going to find out anything from the team, Dick.
Yeah, guess not, Newt. But if Fannin ever finds out we slipped up...
Well, the thing I don't like about it is this Chad Remington getting mixed up in this. From all I hear, Remington is one tough nut.
Yeah, what about it? Even a tough nut's not too hard to crack once the shell's all shot full of holes.
Yeah, Dix. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Now, look, the thing for us to do is to go get us some fresh horses and then hightail it back to Barranca. Fannin will want to know how it went. And one thing I'm sure of, Dos Rios is one town I ain't going to be caught in.
Well, while Dix and his barrel-chested friend Newt were getting fresh horses, Maud, Cherokee, and I got horses of our own from O'Bannon's livery stable and started out, backtracking over the road the runaway team had come, staring futilely into the hot desert sun for some sign, some mark of the stagecoach itself. On the way, I took time to question Maud Jackson about everything that might be behind the whole mystery.
All I can guess, Chad, is what Jim said a few days ago. Something about he was afraid this other coaching company was out to get our franchise away from us.
Well, I don't think I'm unusually abstruse, but I don't see why a stagecoach that suddenly vanishes should have any effect on a franchise. Do you, Chad?
Cherokee, you see, if we don't deliver the express and the mail we carry on schedule every day, our franchise can be taken away from us.
What do you know about this other company, Maud?
Well, to tell you the truth, Chad, not too much. Only what Jim's told me.
And what's that?
Well, the man who owns the other company, named a 10-horse Fanning, hasn't got much of a reputation. Jim says Fannin was run out of Wyoming not too long ago.
Well, even with his bad reputation, unless Mr. Fanning has a reputation for being a magician, I don't see how he could make a stagecoach disappear. Certainly we haven't seen one wheel track in the 7 or 8 miles we've ridden so far.
Well, I hate to be hard-headed about this, Chad. What makes you insist the stagecoach was swallowed up? Maybe it never even left Barranca Springs.
Oh, now, nonsense. Something had happened to the other end, Jim or someone would have sent me a telegram.
Yes, I see what you mean. But this is ridiculous. Hasn't been raining, so there couldn't be a landslide. There's been no earthquake. Couldn't have fallen down a hole.
And yet the horses came in all by themselves. But we haven't seen a sign of the coach or a mark of its wheels all the way from town.
Well, I used to pull tricks standing on the tailboard of my medicine wagon. But I never made a stagecoach disappear.
No, the only thing you ever made disappear completely is no mystery. 2 pints of bourbon.
Well, a man needs to keep his...
Chad, look up ahead there. Doesn't that look like wheel tracks?
It certainly does, Maud. Come on, let's prod up these horses.
Get up there, you!
Oh, hold it.
Chad, this just can't be.
Oh, it can't be, but it is. Here we are in the middle of a level plain, 10 miles wide. The wheel tracks at the stagecoach come right up to this point. Suddenly stop. And there isn't a sign of a footprint or any mark to show what happened to the stagecoach or where it went.
I wish I'd have brought one of those pint bottles with me. This is nerve-wracking.
I just don't know what to say. Stagecoach got here, and then... Well, it's impossible, Chad. It's like the earth had swallowed it up.
And still there isn't any sign of any human force having done it. Now, this is about the... Hello. Here come two riders. We'd better wave them down and ask them to pull off the road as they ride through. If there are any signs, their horses could trample them over. Hey, boys. Boys, hold it a minute, will you?
Hold there.
Well, what's the matter? What do you want?
Well, would you mind cutting off the road to your right for about a mile? You see, we're checking some wheel tracks.
Hey, what do you mean, cut off the road? It's public, ain't it?
Well, maybe this long-legged maverick reckons it ain't. Maybe he thinks he took the road over.
Mister, I don't relish that kind of talk. And especially I don't like being called a long-legged maverick.
Well, now, ain't that too bad? Cover him, Newt.
Right.
Now, are you gonna get out of the road and start letting us through, or are we gonna have to blast you?
I ask you politely and peaceably. But if you think you'd prefer it some other way, then that's up to you.
Watch it, Chad. That other gunslick's thrown down on you, dead center.
I don't think he's got enough salt to squeeze the trigger.
Oh, you don't, huh? Well, you make just one...
Maud, Cherokee, slap his horse's flanks, quick!
Great day in the morning, Chad. You shot his gun right out of his hand.
And now you, I think you'd better mount up and start riding.
Mister, you'll get yours yet. And don't ever forget it.
Come on, Dick.
You'll be hearing more about this. Believe me, you will. Mr. Chad Remington. Get up.
Gosh, Chad, he knew who you are. Knew your name and everything.
Yeah, so I heard. And if you ask me, he's probably right warning us. Knowing who I am can only mean one thing. Our troubles finding that missing stagecoach and busting up this whole crooked scheme haven't even started yet.
We'll return to the second act of The Coach That Arrived Missing, our exciting frontier town adventure, in just a few moments. And now, Frontier Town.
As I said earlier, I'm no detective. Never have been one, and after this experience, I never want to be one. When you come face to face with a set of facts to which there is absolutely no answer, my advice to you is the same advice I'd give to Cherokee. Go back to bed and sleep it off. But unfortunately, faced with the facts we were faced with, there was no bed to go back to. Right in the middle of nowhere, a stagecoach had arrived, stopped, and then without leaving a splinter or a footprint, simply vanished. Vanished into no place. And worst of it all was the fact that unless we found out how it had disappeared and why, Maud and Jim Jackson stood to lose the franchise the state had given them to operate their stagecoach line. Well, as those two gunslicks rode off, after giving us that somewhat cryptic warning, Maud, Cherokee, and I stood looking after them.
Dad, them two give me the goose pimples. I'm scared. I'm afraid now something might have happened to Jim.
Well, there's no sense in getting worked up over something that we don't even know about, Maud.
Of course, if I had a pint with me, we'd all be better off.
How? Will someone please tell me how a stagecoach could arrive right here, stop, and then disappear, leaving no trace behind it?
Well, maybe they pulled that old engine trick and dragged over the tracks they made after they stopped the stagecoach, Chad.
I thought of that too, Maud. But nobody dragged this over. You can see the little ridges in the sand that were blown in by the wind. They haven't been disturbed.
Well, I'm no oracle or sage, but I think the best thing we can do is get back on our horses and keep riding till we get to Barranca Springs.
But what about the coach?
We can keep looking for signs of it or something as we ride along. All right, come on.
Great jumping jellyfish! Oh!
What happened, Cherokee? What did you do?
Bag my big toe into this thing. This, lying here on the ground.
What in the world is that?
Oh, this is a fine one. A thing like this here right in the middle of a virtual desert. You know what this is?
Well, I'll be a prohibitionist. Well, that's a monkey wrench, Chad, isn't it?
Well, why all the fuss over a monkey wrench that someone lost?
Because the someone who dropped this monkey wrench, Maud, was the gunslick whose horse you slapped. It was right here when his horse bucked. And this monkey wrench must have fallen out of his jeans.
Well, I still don't get it.
I tell you, it's the answer to what happened to the stagecoach.
The answer to what happened to the stagecoach? Chad, have you been drinking?
Oh, no, Maud. Far from it. But if I had, I'd sure prescribe it for everybody else. Now, look. This is the only way the stagecoach could have been made to appear to vanish. Now, I'm guessing at a lot of this, but I'll bet you right now that it's right.
You bet that what's right?
Whoever stopped that stagecoach did it from behind. Using one lariat or two, they roped them over the horses and forced the driver to stop.
Now, Chad, you can't make a stagecoach disappear with lariats.
Now, listen to this. Since there are no footprints here, one of the men who stopped the coach climbed up the rope hand over hand.
Yes?
Then they tied up the driver and, using the ropes, dragged the stagecoach backwards after turning the team loose.
Dragged them backwards?
Dragged it carefully, right in its original tracks. Then, when they got it back, probably a mile or so from here, behind those rocks, they used this monkey wrench and some others, unfastened the nuts and bolts, and took the coach apart, piece by piece.
Piece by piece?
Well, that's the only thing that they could have done, Maud. And now that we've gotten this far, the only thing for us to do is to get on our horses and follow those two buzzards who just left here.
But why follow them?
Because it was one of them who dropped the monkey wrench. And if we're able to pick up their trail, I've got a hunch they can lead us right to Mr. Fanning or whoever it is who wants that stagecoach franchise. Come on.
Maud, are you all right? Can you keep up at this clip?
Don't worry about me. All I want is to overtake them two, get to Barranca Springs and see Jim.
Well, they can't be too far ahead. You can still see their trail up there leading into that grove of aspens. Just keep rolling.
These aren't racehorses, Chad. These are livery stable horses. At the rate we're riding them, there won't be enough left of them.
Cherokee, are you all right?
I can't tell till I get a mirror. I have a feeling that shot came so close that hereafter I may be wearing a toupee. What in the world brought that on us, Chad?
I think those two mavericks found out we were trailing them. They've gotten into the protection of those aspens, and they're determined to get us.
We'd better get out of here.
No, hold it. We've got to get through to Barranca Springs.
Oh, but we can't, Chad. If we start riding through them trees, they'll probably bury us in there.
That remind you, Counselor, of an old saying. Discretion is the better part of valor.
Now, look. You and Maud go off to the right, up through that draw and down over that saddleback. I'll stay here and cover you. If they show their heads trying to follow you, I've got them like clay pigeons.
But what's going to happen to you, Chad?
You just worry about yourselves. If you get through, and I'm lucky enough to join you, you meet me at the covered bridge that crosses Wolf Creek.
Now, you look here, Chad. We're not going to run off.
Now, that's enough, Maud. Now, you and Cherokee get going. I'm going to throw just enough lead into those aspen trees to make them keep their heads down.
Ours not the reason why. Ours just to... what's the use? Come on, Maud. Let's get riding.
Well, I guess it was the luck of the Irish, the typical O'Bannon luck. But the half-baked plan I had worked, and we all met at the covered bridge at Wolf Creek. Hardly had we gotten into Barranca Springs and tied off our horses, then who should we see coming down the street but our two friends, Newt and Dix. And fortunately, they didn't see us.
Oh, look at them wall-eyed varmints, Chad.
See them? They're heading through that alley next to the saddle shop.
And down that alley had better lead to someplace we want to find.
What's that, Chad? I don't see what you mean.
I mean, if Fanning or someone else actually did hire those two thugs to make it seem that you violated your franchise, then whoever is down that alley is the man they're going to see. And he's the man we want to see, too.
But how are we going to find out who it is, Chad?
By the simple process of becoming a couple of sleuths. You know what a sleuth is, don't you?
Why, naturally. Sleuth is a two-toed animal that hangs from a tree.
Oh, no. Cherokee, in your case, the sleuth not only is going to have two toes, but two heads.
Well, thank you very much, Counselor. That's the nicest. Huh? Are you intimating that I'm a two-headed freak, such as they have in museums? Pickle?
In that last word, you answered your own question, Cherokee. Maud, you go see if you can find your husband. Cherokee and I are taking off down that alley, and when we come back, if we do come back, I'm hoping to have your franchise signed, sealed, and delivered. I don't know about real detectives, but this Cowtown detective played a hunch, and played it right on the nose to win. Cherokee and I walked on eggs down that alley until we came face to face with a heavy barred door. A door which certainly was the end of any searching we were going to do. But what was behind that door, just outside our reach, was something we strained our ears to find out. While Cherokee bent a horseshoe nail into the form of a pick, I doubled up my lanky frame and did my best to get my ear to the keyhole.
Yell all you want, but there ain't no use in getting your back up at Newt and me, Fanning.
Yeah, that's the truth, Fanning. Dix and me did every last thing you told us to do.
Every last thing I told you to. Even to tangling with that tin-horn lawyer, Chad Remington.
But how did we know?
How do you two know anything? That's what I'd like to know. Huh. Letting those horses loose. That spoiled the whole idea.
Fanning, we did what we could with the horses. But I ain't seen a horse yet you can take apart with a monkey wrench and a screwdriver and make vanish like a stagecoach.
Yeah? Well, let me tell you both something. That franchise comes up for renewal tomorrow. If you two smart Johns fixed it so that Jim Jackson's franchise is renewed, and I don't get it, not only ain't I paying you a red cent, but I'm personally going to beat your brains out with a... Who's that?
What? Just cover the pair we met on the road, Cherokee. I'll take care of Mr. Fanning.
Fanning? That's that lawyer from...
Shut up. How'd you get that door open?
I used to be a hotel detective. Say, that's very amusing. I mean, the idea
That's
of
enough, Cherokee. Fanning, we heard enough outside that door to put you and these two buzzards you hired behind bars for quite a spell.
You break into my office like a sneak thief and you threaten me with jail?
Mr. Fanning, I bow to your superior powers of description. But you're going to jail if I have to gun whip you from here to the nearest marshal's office. All right, keep watching them.
Dix, now's your chance.
Nice going, Cherokee.
Dix, come on. Don't stand there. Yeah, you better stand there.
All right, Cherokee, now I'll see if my end is as good.
Well, Counselor, maybe you called me two-headed. But I'm standing here open-mouthed in admiration and calling you two-fisted. Yes, sir, you certainly locked the stable door on Mr. Ten-Horse Fanning. And I think the federal gentleman will keep the door locked for the next half-century to come.
Jim, after all Chad did to catch Fanning and save us our franchise, I think in addition to his fee, we ought to give him a partnership in the business.
Well, I appreciate the offer, Maud, but I'm afraid it won't work. You see, Cherokee certainly did as much as I did, and, well, there's not enough business for 4 partners.
Well, that's much different from insulting me and saying I have 2 heads. Yeah, what's wrong with 2 heads, Cherokee? They say that 2 heads are better than 1. Why, so they do. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
And what's more, Cherokee, with 2 heads, you'd never have to get ahead of yourself.
Say, maybe having 2 heads would be a distinct advantage.
Maybe. Why, for a man with your affinity for sour mash whiskey, think of the help it would be to have 2 mouths.
Now that counselor does it. I refuse to have 2 heads. Because if I fed both of these mouths drinking liquor, then I'd have 2 heads to worry about the morning after.
Frontier Town, starring Reed Hadley and featuring Wade Crosby, is a Bruce Ells production. Story and direction by Paul Franklin. Music written and played by Ivan Ditmar. Be sure to be with us again same time next week for another fine action-adventure story with your favorite young Western star, Reed Hadley. And now this is Bill Foreman telling you that Frontier Town comes to you from Hollywood.
Oh, the big red letters stand for the Jell-O family. Oh, the big red letters stand for the Jell-O family. That's Jell-O, yum, yum, yum. Jell-O pudding, yum, yum, yum. Jell-O tapioca pudding, yes, sirree.
Dual. Dual for floors. Dual cleans and polishes in one go because it's a floor cleaner and a polish all in one. Dual, 2 and 6.
This electro-automatic has 10 different programs, takes a £9 wash, and is double guaranteed. And it's only £77. Only at your electricity board.
Here, do you know something? If you stop eating Bird's Eye beef burgers and eat these cheap ones, alright, you'll save Mum enough money to buy me a Leeds United tracksuit. Fantastic. I mean, they look the same, don't they? Might look same, but they don't taste the same. You can't tell the difference. Well, I can. The cheap one's yours.
Bird's Eye. Somehow other beef burgers just don't taste the same.
Standing in a bus queue,
Sitting in the traffic,
letting other people plan the way you go. It's time you broke away. Believe in freedom. Believe in Honda. Going when you like, from door to door, your Honda bike and you. Believe in freedom. Believe in Honda. Going where you like, your Honda bike and you.
You're listening to 1940s radio on the Rocket Classic Radio Network.
Unsolved Mysteries. Truth is stranger than fiction. We are endeavoring to bring to you little-known mysteries of the entire world. And in this series of unexplained true happenings, we cannot overlook the puzzling and weird practices found in voodooism. There are strange stories of zombies, stories which filter into the world of everyday life, leaving no room for doubt that within the cult of voodooism in Haiti, zombies do exist. The scene is glamorous Haiti, a few miles from Port-au-Prince. A long, low, rambling bungalow bathed in the liquid beams of a silver moon faces the open sea. Behind the cape rises in serried ridges of blacks and purples, and beyond that, faintly ominous, the deep, constant rhythm of the voodoo drums seems to belong to another world. 3 men sit on the lanai or veranda facing the beach. One of them, tall, slender, young in years, but with gray hair and lined face, stares out into nothing. The elderly man by his side looks at the third and raises bushy eyebrows. The third man, a stranger to Haiti, speaks.
Very decent of you fellows to invite me out here. I sort of feel that, well, that I'm putting you to a lot of extra work.
Not a bit of it. Servants take care of all the extra work. We're glad of your company.
Clark.
Yes, Strong?
I'm going down there.
You must?
Yes.
But don't be long.
I won't. But don't wait up for me. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
In a moment, after Strong's out of hearing, I'll be able to explain.
That's all right. I think I understand.
Just a minute. I'll look down the pathway. Yes, he's gone all right. In spite of what he said, we can't turn in. And although you're a stranger here, I'm going to do what white men have to do in the tropics. I'm going to ask for your help, if I need it.
You won't have to ask twice.
I didn't think so. That's why I asked you at the hotel if you'd like to come out to our place. A few moments ago, you said you thought you understood.
Yes, I know, of course. But it was just a year ago today that Strong's wife died. I was in New York at the time, and we were all very much upset. I never knew Strong, but I went to school with his wife, Helen.
Well, it isn't because of his wife's death that I want you tonight, but because of what happened after her death.
After her death?
Yes. Do you know where Strong went just now?
No.
He went down to her grave, as he has every night for 6 months or more.
Good heavens, why?
That's what I'm going to explain. When Strong first came out here, he had a native servant girl. Clarissima, her name was. Attractive little thing, and she fell in love with Strong. Strong never gave her a thought. But you know native women.
Yes, of course.
Well, Helen came out here, and the night before their marriage, they were sitting just about here on the veranda.
Oh, John, it's so grand to be here with you.
And what do you think it is for me, darling? To have you here in my arms. To know that tomorrow you'll be mine forever, darling.
Yes, John, forever.
Oh, when I think of the nights I've sat out here dreaming, watching the ships sailing for the States, and then other nights when I've watched these same steamers come into the harbor and tried to imagine what you'd look like standing there on the deck, coming out to me.
Did your dream come true, dear, or did you find me changed?
Oh, a little changed, yes, darling. But better than 1,000 dreams. It's 11 o'clock, darling. Time for little girls to be in bed, especially when they're going to be married in the morning.
I hate to think of driving you out of your bungalow even for one night. I could just as easily have stayed at them one time.
Oh, not a bit of it, dear. It'll take me less than 5 minutes to walk down to Clark's place. Good night, dear.
Good night, John.
John.
Well, Clarissima, what on earth are you doing here at this time of night? Why aren't you home with your father?
I have been watching you.
You've been watching me?
You and a woman.
What's the matter with you? What's come over you? What business have you watching us?
I have every business. You belong to me.
I belong to you? What rubbish is this you're talking?
No rubbish, John. You have belonged to me since that night that the Bokor placed his spell upon you.
Have you been drinking, Clarissima?
You know I do not drink. John, if you marry this woman, I tell you something. In 3 months, she will be dead.
Oh, now listen, Clarissima. I'm not afraid of your Bokors, your voodoos, or your Awanga.
I have told you. Marry that woman, and before the setting of the 3rd moon, she will be dead.
Clarissima spoke the truth. Before the 3rd moon had set, Helen was dead. In his grief, John gave no thought to her prophecy, gave no thought to the warning that the Wango, or spell of the Bokor, had been placed upon her. Clark, John Strong's friend, came to live with him. And one afternoon, Strong, arriving home earlier than usual, came up the veranda steps in time to hear Clark talking to one of the native servants.
I tell it to you, master. I have heard it too many times.
It's nonsense, Loma. Just jungle talk, native rubbish.
No, master. Many times before a white man, he say rubbish. But me, Loma, he see zombie. Not one zombie, not two, but many zombies work back there in sugarcane fields.
But not a white woman, Loma. No one ever saw...
What's all this, Clark?
Oh, we were just talking. Didn't hear you come in.
I know you didn't. I'm sorry, old man, but I listened.
Oh.
Yes, I listened. I know you were talking about Helen. Now, what was it?
Oh, just jungle nonsense. And nothing to even think about.
I'll be the best judge of that. Tell me, Loma.
No, master. If master understand, he know us.
Tell me, Loma.
Oh, come, Strong. You're making a fuss over nothing.
Loma!
Yes, master.
Did I ever beat you?
No, master.
I'm going to, Loma. Beat you till you can't stand if you don't tell me.
Listen, John, this is no way to behave. I tell you, you come with me and I'll explain.
Come? Where?
Come along and I'll show you.
Together, the two men leave the bungalow. Loma, his eyes filled with tears, stands at the top of the lanai steps and watches them disappear into the underbrush. Down toward the sea, Clark leads the way, his set jaw the only answer to Strong's questions.
But, Clark, this pathway doesn't lead any place except to the cemetery.
I know it. That's where we're going.
What in heaven's name's it all about? Why don't you tell me?
I want to prove that the whole thing is nonsense before I tell you.
I thought you were my friend.
I'm friend enough to want to save your reason. Oh, there's an open grave. Go ahead. I want to get that spade.
Clark!
What?
Helen's grave. It's been opened.
What?
Her grave, Clark. It's been opened.
You'll find out in a minute. Now stand back while I dig.
Oh, let me, Clark. Let me.
No.
Oh, it ought to be.
Not yet.
Clark, the casket's gone. These devils have taken her. My Helen for their damnable voodoo.
No, John, no. Zombie.
At breakneck speed, the two men race back to their bungalow. Loma from the veranda sees them coming up the pathway and runs to meet them. In silence, Clark points to the brush, and Loma in the lead breaks into the thick tropic growth. Dusk finds them struggling up the steep slopes of the cape with that energy born of frenzied fear and nameless horror. Loma holds up his hand. In the strained silence, the men listen to the sharp crack of cane knives on stalks of cane, the crackling of falling cane leaves. Loma motions Strong to come forward. He forces aside the sugar cane and stares, horror-stricken, into the clearing.
Helen! Helen! Helen!
Horrible, Clark. Ghastly story. You understand now why John acts as he does. And why I wanted you here tonight.
Then she was buried alive?
No, she wasn't buried alive.
But she wasn't dead?
Yes, she was dead. She was a zombie. A dead person raised from the grave. The body without mind or soul.
But it's impossible.
That's what I said to Loma. No, Helen was dead. killed by the curse brought on her by Clarissa's jealous hatred, and raised from the grave to be a zombie by the same voodooism that killed her.
Yes. Clarissima, what happened to her?
The natives killed her.
And Helen, you buried her
After
again?
we had fed her salt.
Salt?
Yes, salt. If zombies eat anything containing salt, they return to their graves in peace.
And you fed her salt?
Yes, she crumpled up at our feet, dead, really dead.
Out of deference to people who are still alive, character names in these unsolved mysteries have been changed. Inasmuch as any solution must of necessity be supposition, liberties of time, place, and character exist in the solution that will be presented after you have heard from your sponsor. Ladies and gentlemen, the solution for which you've been waiting.
Have you really a reasonable explanation of how such a thing could have happened?
I'll answer that by asking you a question. Do you think that any explanation of such a ghastly affair could be classified as reasonable?
No, I suppose not. But it happened, and so I say, how could it happen?
In the first place, don't imagine this is an isolated case. So serious is the matter of zombies in the island of Haiti that the government has been compelled to pass the following law, Article 249 of the Code Penal of the Republic of Haiti. Also shall be qualified as attempted murder the employment which may be made against any person of substances which, without causing actual death, produces a lethargic coma more or less prolonged. If, after the administration of such substances, the person has been buried, the act shall be considered murder, no matter what the result that follows.
And the government thinks that these zombies are people who have been poisoned and who have been certified as dead and buried, while in the state of suspended animation. I mean that they have been given a poison that kills the brain but leaves their motor faculties unimpaired.
Between you and me, I don't think that the government really believes that. But after all, how would you try to frame a law against taking corpses out of their graves and making them work in the cane field?
Yes, I see the difficulty there. But just the same, I don't see how even voodooism can make a corpse walk.
Have you ever heard of inanimate objects being moved by the power of mind?
Yes, I have.
And isn't it possible that the same worker in black magic or voodooism that killed the person by power of mind could take that inanimate object to the corpse and make it move?
Do you believe that?
Yes. And I'll give you the final proof, at least my way of thinking.
What is that?
The fact that the natives themselves killed Clarissima, the native girl, because they knew that with the assistance of the witch doctors, she killed and made a zombie out of Helen.
Classic shows from the golden age of radio. This is the Rocket Classic Radio Network.
This is Nightline, the line that's open at the right place at the right moment, and this is Don Amici pinch hitting for Walter O'Keefe. Here's our first Nightline call tonight. Groucho Marx and You Bet Your Life. you tell us. What's tonight's secret word?
Ladies and gentlemen, the secret word tonight is hand. H-A-N-D.
Ham? Oh, that's me, huh?
You bet your life. The National Broadcasting Company presents Groucho Marx in You Bet Your Life, the comedy quiz show transcribed from Hollywood. Groucho meets our first contestants in just 1 minute.
Melissa Allenby wanted to weep. She had just married off her only daughter, and now she was alone in the world. At least she thought she was alone. Poor Melissa, she didn't even have time to treat herself to a good, healthy cry before a hungry, homely, and bedraggled 16-year-old waif came wandering into her home with a fantastic and romantic tale about how her father had left her to fend for herself. This is Ed Hurley, your host on My True Story. You'll be amused and delighted by Melissa Allenby as she sets about transforming a teenage ragamuffin into a lovely young lady, and as she transforms her own life in the process. My True Story, America's #1 morning radio program, is heard every weekday on NBC. So enjoy My True Story for drama and My True Story's companion program, NBC Bandstand, for music and lighthearted entertainment. A wonderfully varied morning's listening every weekday over most of these same stations.
Here he is, the one, the only...
Well, here I am again with a chance for each of our couples to win up to $10,000. And if any of them say the secret word, they'll win an extra $100. George, who's first?
Charlene Crotty and James McGeorge are standing by. And incidentally, they're both single people, so folks, come in, please, and meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome to You Bet Your Life. Say the secret word and divide an extra $100. It's a common word, something you always have with you. Charlene Crotty and James McGeorge, eh? Okay. You're a nice-looking young couple. Where are you from, Charlene?
Okmulgee, Oklahoma.
Okmulgee?
Mm-hmm.
Where is that?
All I know is it's about 30 miles from Muskogee.
Well, how far is Muskogee from Okmulgee?
No.
Well, if it's 30 miles...
Oh, pardon me, yes.
It must
30
be,
miles each way.
That makes a total of 60 miles, huh? Where are you from, James?
Seattle, Washington, Groucho.
Seattle? I thought you were from Scotland. You're not married, huh?
No, I'm not.
Why not? You're bright, nice-looking, prosperous-looking, and do you want to get married?
Well, I think the individual security and destinations of a person should be taken care of before they take on the added responsibility of marriage.
You know that it's 30 miles from Okmulgee to In other words, what you're saying is that you want to know where you're going before you get married, huh?
That's right.
Well, my advice to you is to marry a ticket seller at Union Station. And even then, you may not know where you're going. Have you ever found a girl that you'd like to marry?
Well, 4 years ago, I was going with a girl, Groucho, that I thought a great deal of. She had many of the qualities that I enjoy, appreciate. She had intelligent, was quick, was very pretty, charming.
What do you mean she was quick? Did you chase her?
No, she
How quick was she? And what was she quick at?
Well, she...
Are you quick, Charlie? You slow?
Well, I don't know what he means.
I don't know either, but I'm just guessing, that's all. Have you ever been engaged, Charlene?
Several times.
Why, you rascal, you. What happened?
Well, when they found out...
Don't stroke the microphone.
When they found out my plans for the future, they broke the engagement.
You mean you tipped you too early, huh?
I think so.
What was so ghastly about your plans?
Well, I thought I'd like to have about 8 children, and they disappeared.
How do you feel about 8 children, young man?
Well, I think, Groucho, that 3 is about right
to begin with, huh?
No.
Well, don't worry, Jim. When you have 8 children, you grow old and can't work anymore. You can always rely on your kids. You can rely on them not to give you a nickel. You're lucky if you ever see him again. Charlene, I'm curious to know why you're such a demure young lady should like such a large family. Have you ever been around a lot of kids? Are you from a large family yourself?
No, but I have 24 girls now.
Well, jumping Jehoshaphat. What do you mean? How can you... What, have you 6 sets of quadruplets?
No, I'm a house mother at a home for girls.
How old are these kids?
14.
All
My
of,
group is 14.
All of them are 14?
No, there's about 200 girls there, and they range from 5 to 18.
18, huh? Well, this is very unusual, Charlene. How old are you?
Oh, I can't tell you, because if the girls happen to see the show, they don't know how old I am, and they think I'm a lot older than I really am.
Well, could you whisper it in my shell-like ear? Come over here. This will also give me an opportunity to put my arm around you. So what? To a 14-year-old girl, that's old age. I'm going to reveal your right age. It won't make any difference. You don't care, do you?
Oh, yes.
Well, it's pretty... You won't believe this, but Charlene is 79 years old. Now, Jim, what sort of work do you do?
Well, Groucho...
I imagine you sell 1% bonds or something.
Though I do the storyline for comic books. I write the storyline for comic
Oh, you're a writer? Oh. Well, it's an honor to welcome an eminent literary figure to the show. This proves we have as much culture in 30 minutes as Omnibus has in 30 seconds. Have you ever received the Pulitzer Prize?
Have you ever read a comic book?
What's your answer to charges that comic books contribute to juvenile delinquency?
Well, I think crime comic books are very bad for children.
Mm-hmm.
But the kind of comic books that I write the storylines for, I think, are beneficial. They're a lot of fun. They're clean, good fun, and with a small percentage of education in them.
Mm-hmm. How small a percentage, would you say? Now, what are some of the clean, funny, and educational stories that you've written?
Well, storylines for Bugs Bunny, Elmer Fudd.
Elmer Fudge?
No, Fudd, F-U-D-D. And
F-U-D-D, huh? Well, name some others, huh?
Well, there's Sylvester the cat, and Tweety Pies, Andy Pandas.
This all kind of baby talk, isn't it? You know, I never realized that comic books were written. I always thought the dialogue was just taken out of the congressional record. Well, you're a nice young couple, and